Have you ever met someone who looks completely fine on the outside, but inside they're holding themselves together through a storm you can't see? That thought comes from the philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein, and it perfectly captures what today's book is all about. If you're tired of hearing things like just stay positive or everything happens for a reason, then this book might change how you see life itself. The book is called Life is Hard: How Philosophy Can Help Us Find Our Way by Kieran, a professor of philosophy. Unlike typical self-help books promising quick fixes, this one doesn't hide from pain. Setiya says life isn't meant to be perfect, it's meant to be lived well, even when things fall apart. This is a handbook of hardships, and a map through the rough terrain of being human. So, if chasing perfect happiness has ever left you feeling exhausted, stay till the end, because we'll uncover what truly matters when life gets hard. There are so many amazing stories in the book, but I want to highlight a story which really capture the main ideas beautifully. First story is about the invisible pain. Setiya shares his own story, living with chronic pain since the age of 27. The pain had no clear cause, no visible mark, and that made him feel isolated. When he tried to talk about it, people said, "Don't worry, it'll be fine." But that didn't help. It only made him feel unseen. He calls this denial disguised as comfort. Even worse, when people say everything happens for a reason, it sounds hopeful, but it's ethically wrong. Because pain doesn't always have a purpose. Sometimes, we just have to acknowledge suffering for what it is. That's where compassion begins. Another story talks about the farmer's luck. A farmer's horse runs away. His neighbors say, "Bad luck." The farmer replies, "Maybe." Days later, the horse returns with 2 wild horses. "Good luck," they shout. "Maybe," says the farmer. Then the farmer's son breaks his leg taming one of them. "Bad luck." "Maybe," says the farmer. Later, soldiers come to take young men for war. But his son can't go, his leg is broken. "Good luck," they cry. The farmer simply says, "Maybe." The lesson? Life isn't black or white. We don't always know what's good or bad until much later. It reminds us, when life feels unfair, it might not be the final chapter yet. From these stories, Setiya draws 3 powerful lessons. Lesson 1. Living well is better than being happy. Imagine being plugged into a machine that gives you endless happiness. A perfect illusion. Would you take it? Setiya says, real life, even when painful, is more meaningful than fake happiness. Because happiness is just a feeling, but living well means engaging with the real world, facing adversity, and caring about things that matter. Lesson 2. Focus on the process, not the project. We often treat life like one giant project, aiming for success, promotion, or perfection. But Setiya calls this a trap. He says we should value atelic activities, things that are meaningful in the moment, like talking with a friend, walking, or thinking. These things don't need an ending to have value. They make life rich right now. Lesson 3. Justice gives life meaning. Meaning isn't handed down by the universe. It's created when we join others in fighting for fairness, compassion, and justice. Setiya writes, justice is the antidote to absurdity. Our lives matter most when we work together to make the world a little more just. So, how can we apply this philosophy in our daily lives? 1. Stop the justification. Don't say, everything happens for a reason. Instead, say, this hurts and it matters. That's where real healing starts. 2. Grieve well. Grief isn't failure. It's love that has nowhere to go. Honor it. Find new ways to remember those you've lost. 3. When you're lonely, focus outward. Stop asking, who will talk to me? Instead, ask, whose day can I brighten? Even a small act, like smiling at a stranger or volunteering, reconnects you to the world. 4. When you feel like a failure, value the process. You are not a loser for missing a goal. If you enjoyed the journey, you already won. 5. When you feel powerless, take one step. No matter how small, one action toward justice or kindness always matters, because it keeps hope alive. If you're looking for wisdom that connects your personal struggles to the bigger story of humanity, read Life is Hard. It won't sugarcoat anything, but it will give you tools to survive, reflect, and rebuild. Now tell me, what hardship do you think philosophy can help us face the most? Comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep, meaningful book reviews. Because sometimes, facing the truth is the most healing thing we can do.